Hey, it's the lunatic from the woods. We're out here in the trees, boys. We're having a good time. So yeah, I'm going to get into it. I'm going to talk about why you guys hate women. I've been seeing this a lot. You know, people they blame women for everything. You can't, once you start to realize and once you start to become more conscious, you can't blame anybody but yourself. So let me explain on that. So basically what you're doing is when you see a woman, you have like a projection about them, a thought, a fantasy, how they're supposed to act, how they're supposed to treat you. The woman is never going to conform to that. So it kind of builds up this hatred. You build up a character in your head. This woman knows nothing about that. You know, she's just she's just living her day. Another thing is that like the manipulation. Now, in my experience, women, if they don't want to have anything to do with you, they're just not gonna fuck with you. They're just gonna ignore you. They're not gonna come into your life and try to manipulate you and stuff like that. The only time when I experience when they actually do that is when you start chasing them and they don't like you. And then they start getting thoughts in their head like, oh, I could use this guy for something. So there's that too. Another thing is like this whole like feminism thing. I wouldn't really call this like hatred for women, but it's just like kind of like you don't really want to bother with them. You know, that's kind of where I'm at because the women, they're not feminine anymore. They're turning into like men. They're carrying themselves like in a masculine way. Like I've even heard some guys talk about some girl that was trying to impress a guy saying she had some high paying job and she was into kickboxing or some shit like that. And it's just like being a guy, like you're not going to be attracted to that. That's not feminine at all. You're not conforming to your feminine nature. But anyway, a lot of that has to do with society. So I have actually, you know, transcended lust for a while. It's always going to come back because you're still in a physical form. It's always you're going to think you beat it and then it's going to come back because you're in a physical body. I don't really think that you could ever completely transcend that. Some people are trying to. I got away from that for about a year or two. And it was really peaceful. Now, I didn't really, you know, again, it was just like a nothingness because you don't, I mean, it's like if you start having projections about how like you want this thing from this woman and you want her to act this way and you want her to do that and then she just doesn't do it and then she tries to manipulate you, she tries to fuck with you. See, that's how like all the problems start. I mean, it's very nice being around a woman. If you don't want anything from her, you're not trying to work her, you're not trying to do anything with her, you know, you're just talking to her, whatever, or just someone to talk to, something like that. It's nice and you can enjoy them. Another thing is like attachment. You know, people get attached to these women and it almost like drives them crazy because you like that female energy. So you want it around, you want to hold it. You want to, you know, you can't do that. Like women are very emotional and they're all over the place. Like most likely they're not going to want to just stay there with the same guy. Another thing is like if you're like jerking off to the screen. Now this one, I mean, what that actually does to you psychologically, it makes you more feminine. You're seeking pleasure more and more and more. and you're becoming more irritable. So, I mean, that could easily turn into hatred. Because, I mean, when you're doing that, you're depleting yourself and you're releasing all your masculine energy. Women aren't going to want to have anything to do with you. And I went through some stages in my life where I didn't, like, I was like invisible, just completely invisible for a long time. And I was like, oh, that's weird. And then it turned into fucking women almost like antagonizing me. And I didn't know what the fuck was going on. But that's why, because society says that this is an okay thing. This is not an okay thing on no level. It never has been. It never will be. You can't even debate that. It's right in your face. But yeah, I mean, if you stay on semen retention for a long enough time, that whole control thing will all kind of loosen up and fade into the distance. And all this shit that society is projecting and everything and conditioning the way for people to act, you know, the men to be more feminine and the women to be more masculine and blah, 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 blah. All this shit, like, it's just bullshit. Like, it just all fades into the distance. Fades away into the distance. You can't really deny, like, what God created. God created a certain way. And if we conform to certain laws, like, we'll become that way. And we'll live a more comfortable life. You'll be more at ease with everything. You won't be under distress thinking about stupid shit that doesn't really fucking matter. You know, releasing all your masculine energy and then becoming more feminine and getting more and more hateful towards women because they don't want to have anything to do with you. So the key thing is, like, you don't really want to project anything onto anybody. And you want to spot out this fantasizing and shit like that. Because everybody does it. Everybody builds up a character in their head. The last thing I want to talk about is, like, you guys have to have respect for this energy. Like, this female energy. This female energy, I mean, you know, I listen to some of these guys talking about, oh, they'll never get me. Dude, you get the right woman at the right time, and she'll give you a look, and she'll suck you in like the fucking ocean, and you won't know what the fuck happened. So this, I mean, women have this very strong energy that they carry. I mean, you guys have to realize that, and you have to give it some kind of respect. And just be like, okay. You know, it's almost like messing with like a bear or something. You respect the bear because it's a powerful animal. Like, you don't go fucking with it. You know? So, I just wanted to put this video out there. So why we hate women, boys. You know, I got a couple things up there. You get on semen retention, you get the journal. 90-day mark, boys. Let's fucking get it. Let's fucking be more comfortable, more peaceful in our life. Let's stop. I mean, is that what you guys want to do? You want to go around hating everybody? Stay blessed, guys.